correct now.
Okay.
We live?
Both gotta be that color.
We'll just push it.
They both gotta be that color.
No, it don't. There you
Yep.
go. There you go. Hi, and welcome, and good morning
Morning.
to Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you at work. Welcome to Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. My name is Showtime, the Hype Man. Ladies and gentlemen, along with my co-host, outstanding co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, introduction. I wanted everybody to meet that y'all been meeting for a while.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Rock.
Good morning. I know I'm in the house. Dr. Rock is in the house. Good morning to everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the day and enjoyed the show today. But I have some announcements to make.
So, what's some of the announcement that you have to make? Hold
have
on,
a
we have a
caller.
caller. Philly Hot Radio.
Yes, hello, hi, good morning. My name is Keisha Burke, and I am calling about any events that's taking place in Philadelphia in the next couple of weeks.
Well, what you can do, we're ready to do announcement, and we appreciate everything for you calling up. But if you can call back about another 20 minutes, we're going to get into the program, and we just started our show, so you can call back, and then you can talk about that. And thank you for calling. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, and
All
thank
right,
you so
thank
much.
you.
Go ahead, Dr. Rock. So what Dr. Rock going to do? We're going to go into some announcements.
I
And
just want to announce what's coming up. The events. Okay, September 1st is Big Tone. He presents the yacht party on the deck. That's from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
you mean Yak?
Yeah, yachts.
So
The
really,
yacht party, and yeah, and let me just finish.
Okay.
It's the Masquerade Swim
oh,
Party.
oh, there you go.
Masquerade Swim. Tickets are $60. You still can go get your tickets. Call. It's the call if you want to call for your tickets. It's 215-251-8983. Again, 215-251-8983. For that's Big Tone. We're supporting Big Tone. We want you to let you know. Get your tickets. It's not too late. September 1st is right around the corner. So, just be there. It's a fashion show also for swimsuit. Okay, so my next one is Annette Fletcher. She's the Miss 2019. She's having the Big Beautiful Woman of Delaware pageant. September the 8th, 12 o'clock to 4 p.m. 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And it's at the Chase Center on Riverfront. And VIP tickets are $55 with buffet. And the general tickets are $35. Okay? Now, and then we having someone else event in September. Ambition the Poet, Harper. So Ambition the Poet, he's going to have a book signing. It's September 21st, 2019, at 2930 Jasper Street. That's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19134. And he $25, and it's 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we would like to go to that. Support the brother. He's a good brother. He'll do poetry and everything else. So support his book. Okay, then we have Nicole Burns. Hayes, okay, she's from the Independent Woman Experience. Hers is September 22nd, and hers is from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And it's called the Darby Borough Recreation Center, 1022 Ridge Avenue, Darby, PA, 19023. And her ticket's only $5, and I say it again, $5. So try to support her on September 22nd. And because she supports all the women, and she wants a woman to support a woman, so that's what it's about with Nicole, her Independence Woman Experience. So that's it for now for September. So hopefully everybody can support these events.
Okay, I have a event that I want to share.
Okay.
Hi everyone. I have tomorrow. No, September the 2nd. Those who have not heard it, that Patty Jackson in the park. We are giving one of the biggest party at the Dell Music Center by Platinum Entertainment. This is a Platinum Entertainment show. Ladies and gentlemen, tickets are available. You can go to the Dell Music Center box office to get your tickets, or you can call Showtime the Hype Man at 267-481-6764. Platinum Entertainment is bringing Frankie, Beverly, and Maze, along with Big Daddy Kane and Wu-Tang. Tickets are going to sell out. This show will sell out. But those who have not purchased their tickets, you can go to the Dell Music Center box office, or you can call OP Production in Wilmington, Delaware, have tickets. You can call Showtime the Hype Man for tickets. This is the last show at the Dell Music Center. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. I'm asking all my fans, all my friends, all my relatives, support everything that Dr. Rock announcement.
Yes.
We want to support each and every event. We want to support everybody. So, and also don't forget Big Tone. So, my name is Showtime the Hype Man. We're about to ready to tune in to the show. We got a hot show today on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. So we're going to allow Dr. Rock to introduce our first guest. Go ahead, Dr.
Our
Rock.
first guest will be Michael Lewis, and he's an actor and a model. He wants to talk to you about it.
How you doing, Dr. Rock?
How you doing?
Showtime!
That's the way you say it, brother. That's how you just sold yourself as advertising for me.
How you doing today?
I feel good. We feel good.
I go by Michael A. Lewis, actor Michael A.
I
Lewis.
knew he was a Michael.
Yeah.
I knew he was a Michael.
Yep. I grew up watching movies. Will Smith, Martin, Morris Chestnut, Tay Diggs. And from watching them, I always used to go around the house quoting their lines from their shows.
Wow.
Yeah, all the time. I started like 7, always doing that. And my dad would always say, Michael, y'all movie star, you know.
Go ahead.
I'm like, oh yeah? They're like, yeah, y'all movie star. But he would always pound school into me first, though. Always school. So I'm a 32-year-old Jamaican actor.
Okay.
I have a criminal justice degree.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. But what really wanted me to get into acting was everybody telling me my personality, my smile, I'm outgoing. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I made my mind up when I was 8 years old. But it took almost over 12 years to get there.
Go and share.
Yeah, because I had to fight for what I wanted. You know, no one was really helping me. I wasn't getting the guidance, so I was doing it on my own.
Come on.
You know, so I just jumped into college. Said, you know, let me just go to college, impress my parents, get my degree, and then that's when I'll go hard for my acting career. Then, after I heard something Steve Harvey said, you know, he was like, when you want to do something, just do it. Jump off the cliff, take a faith leap.
You better go and share.
Just, you know.
You better go and share. Come on.
For it. You know, so after years and years of getting into like scams, and people taking your money or we'll help you, I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this myself. So about a year ago, I completely quit my job.
Come on, share.
Quit my job.
Give that testimony.
Leap of faith. I took that leap of faith that Steve Harvey put into me, and he said, you're going to hit some branches going down, but that parachute will open and you will land safely. So with the support of my wife, her name's Chantel, I took that jump and I landed safely on my feet. I got with the right connections, and now my career is taking off. I got to work with one of my idols, Morris Chestnut. I worked alongside Morris Chestnut. Yeah, yep. I got to work with him and Enemy Within, the new show out. Yeah, so check that show out. 2 episodes there. Ryan Egel, New Amsterdam. I worked on that show as well. And a show Shattered on the ID channel. Yeah, I just filmed that show. Shattered on the ID channel. That show is coming out. My episode is coming out probably in the next couple of months. They're editing now. And on the modeling side, I actually did a campaign for a Davis campaign, Wars campaign. And you'll be seeing my face on billboards in Manhattan, you know, throughout the subways. You'll be seeing that maybe the second or third week in September. You'll be seeing that. And right now, currently, I'm filming a movie. It's actually, this is the biggest one I had so far. It's a Jack Ryan film, and I can't really get into too much of it because they're filming it now.
Yeah, don't say
Yeah.
Say they talking about we're gonna cut him off. Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and that actually started on my birthday. My birthday just passed, August 28th, and that.
Said August 28th.
August 28th.
Okay.
Yep. And that day was actually a blessing and a curse, kind of, because we started filming that day, and I actually got my SAG union papers that day. but I actually ended up in the hospital that day.
Come on.
Because I was like going so hard, on the film. And that's what you got to do in life. You got to go hard and do what you want. Yeah, you can't listen to anybody because they'll hold you back.
You know,
Hold you back.
I'm glad you. I want to say something. Because Showtime the Hype Man, when you said something, it really touched my spirit. Young man, you on your way.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you talked about where the 1% are afraid to jump out the parachute. You just said something to me what I listen to every day by being a risk taker and how waiting for people will not get you there.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us wait and wait and wait and wait. What I saw, I'm seeing a star that understand that you went through the struggles. You went through the situation that you needed to go. That's why you're going to be a great
Yes, sir.
actor, a great model. You have done something live on Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work. You have showed people around the world that is watching us and tune in to watch us. Your inspiration has took off. Your spirit, your ancestors, and all the stuff nobody know you went through as a young man at 9 years old because you learned how to be creative.
Yes, sir.
And mostly people never understood about creative. When you create something that God has gave you and the gift at the 9-year-old boy playing superheroes and doing commercials, sitting in his bedroom, sitting on the sideline, acting while he on the bus, acting while he riding his buck, acting while he in sports. Brother, ladies and gentlemen, this young man is live on Philly Hot Radio. For those who like to call, you can call up because you cannot change his mind. He don't want to be a millman. He don't want to be a bus operator. He don't want to work. He want to work for self.
Yes, sir.
Did I say that right?
Yes, you
So
did.
those who like to call the radio show, but Dr. Rock, I know she got some questions to ask you.
Well, first of all, that's wonderful. Some of the I only seen when I was in the movie with Kevin Hart, but
Oh, see, move Kevin.
Kevin
I
Hart
turned
and,
Dr. Rock into everybody. Didn't I tell you?
Different ones, Creed and stuff like that. But my thing is, with you, did you go to? Was you at what school was it that you said you went to for acting? Am I wrong?
No, I didn't go to school for acting. I went to school for criminal justice.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh,
See,
okay.
yeah.
Yes,
That means
wonderful.
he know the law.
Yeah,
They were trying to tell you.
Actually, my bachelor's is in criminal justice.
Oh, we got a lot in common. Actors, models.
Well, I work for the Commonwealth Pennsylvania courts. Good boy, say, look, just give each other a pump. Let's give everybody a pump.
To John Casablanca
Uh-huh.
for acting and modeling. So then I started doing the commercial. I was doing little bit things. I just started doing a little bit of acting, but more so I was into modeling.
Okay.
Did a lot of modeling. But, so I'm getting back to doing more. So and I just wanted to find out with you. When you seen the celebrities, how you felt like when you were with them.
Normal.
I like that.
Just
He was
normal,
prepared.
Come on. Because you're a celebrity.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm celebrating all my
Yes.
family with their support and everything. Well, I'm
Yeah.
definitely getting there. I take different steps that other beginning actors do not take. I started at background, and they call something holding. That's where they hold you. And every background actor says, hey, don't go talk to the producers. Don't go talk to the actors. You won't come back on set. I said, so I'm supposed to sit and holding? That's just holding me back for where I want to be.
Shoot it!
So I went out and I just started talking to the directors, the crew, the actors, and now that's how I met like Kevin Hart and Ryan Engel, and that's where we and Morris Chestnut. That's how we started connecting. So I talked to them. They're like, "Yo, this brother's really comfortable. He knows what he wants." So that's how I got in contact with them. And also, I when Above and Beyond, I made business cards.
Wow.
Actors don't have business cards, so
What they
you know.
supposed to, but
Yeah, they actually don't. They're actually surprised.
Cop cards is good.
So what did you?
Comp cards are different.
So-
comp cards are completely
So what do
different.
you saw that as you being a Afro-American actor and plus a young actor that maybe, I don't know your finance situation, your family situation, or your family was raised in acting, what is hard for the young culture to be marketable and because we hear a lot of stories that mostly Afro American men have to go to Los Angeles to play the game, to get into the business, or get into where you're trying to get at. And what I'm hearing from a young man, that you bold.
Yes.
I like your spirit of boldness. And then because a lot of people are afraid of Showtime the Hype Man because I was bold. A lot of people are afraid of Dr. Rock right now because she's doing something what most people say that Dr. Rock could not accomplish. For our viewers and those who are watching us around the world, all people, because Showtime the Hype Man, Dr. Rock radio shows for all people. We do not discriminate color, race, or skin. I want to make that clear, ladies and gentlemen. But what I'm saying is this is a young black Afro-American man right here that's going through the trend, is not selling his soul, because I see that he's married. He's coming, Philadelphia.
Yes,
He's coming hard. He see that what we're doing, he giving us an opportunity, and we hope that he come back, because
Yes.
I don't want to see him in the BT Awards and he don't give shout out to me and Dr. Rock.
Oh, no.
And Dr. Rock called me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. You
So
definitely got to whistle while you work.
I know that's right. So what I want you to say to the young people, the older people, age is nothing but a number, ladies and gentlemen. But what he's been through to quit his job. See, I don't want, and he don't want, Dr. Rock, and I believe that everybody is here today. We have to learn that job will hold your gift.
Yes, it will.
Y'all sit there, depend on jobs, pension, Social Security, because the old way is not working. You have to be a risk taker and create.
Yep.
But won't you tell our audience, brother, that those who are watching us around the world, because we are around the world on YouTube channel, and this is your opportunity. Help some young man or some young woman that was told to go to college, that was told to get a job as a SEPTA operator or a bus operator, and they'll brag at the cookout, the wedding reception, and what type of job they got. But here go a young man bragging and smiling that he's an actor. He feeling in his spirit. Ain't nothing going to stop him. Tell the audience right now, my brother.
Don't let anything hold you back.
That's right.
Come on.
Do what you want. Don't worry about a 9 to 5. Follow your heart.
Come on.
Follow your dreams.
Help somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, follow your dreams and achieve all your ambitions that you want.
Very good.
Just do that and live life, love life.
Share.
Just be happy. And I am extremely happy. Extremely happy.
So,
You know,
so what I wanted to ask you, as far as modeling, did you try to get more jobs for modeling also?
I was focused more on the acting aspect, but because of I'm in now. They say,
Yeah.
you're a chocolate brother. You're a black man. That's what we need. More young black men.
He said chocolate, so chocolate's in now.
Yeah.
Chocolate's in there in 2020. Y'all hear that?
Yeah, they had their Morris chestnuts and the Idris Elba. Well, nah, Idris Elba, I can't even go there no more. He's like the hot man now. Chocolate Idris Elba.
Which one?
Idris Elba.
Yes.
Yeah, they're in. But they don't have any young chocolate brothers no more.
Yeah. Remember back in the day, though. Remember, it used to be light skin, right?
It used to be.
Oh, we still in. Showtime Hype Man, long as I'm breathing, we in. So I'm chocolate too. I'm just a vanilla chocolate.
Those times, they getting a little older now, take digs. So now it's time for us young brothers to step up. Don't let a 9 to 5 hold you back. Don't let people tell you, you got to go to college. No, you don't. You got to follow your heart, follow your dreams. And that's what I did. Take a risk, take your faith, chase your dreams. Don't let it chase you, and you'll be fine.
So before we close with your interview, anything that you feel that you need to tell our audience, ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching us around the world, this young man speaks like he listened to inspiration and motivations in the books that he is reading. He is reading some good stuff. And I can see that he's exercising. Looked at his biceps, triceps, his shoulders. That he is exercising.
Gotta stay,
Yeah,
PV
and
ready.
I'm in shape too because I understand that exercising and what I'm seeing that he control his emotion. He understand the naysayers. He understand the haters. He understand everything that he had to go through to get to where he at. Those who are watching you, watching us, you can call up at.
At 484-477-6348. Again, it's 484-477-6348.
So this is your time that those who maybe have little children or those who may be 80 years old would like to get into acting because they are looking for 80 years old. We got a lot of 80s in this country that still love buying stuff. My name is Showtime the Hype Man along with Dr. Rock.
Yes.
We have an outstanding guest here today. So this is your time that those who like to call, like get into the industry of the movies, acting. But I'm going to allow him to say something brief for about a minute. Then we're going to close and move on because we have some other outstanding guests. We are coming on like an explosive. Philly Hot Radio is like a new show. It's like an explosive on top of the explosion. That's why it's called the Hot Radio Show. Dr. Rock is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about y'all. She got that blue
Rock is
flame
on
on
fire.
color. She got that blue flame on color.
Yes,
Oh, she got hype out there. So this is your time. We want you to tell them how they can reach you, your business card, and this is your time to touch those who are watching us around the world. We want you brief to just talk about it before your closing. This is your closing section, a part of the show.
Okay, all right. Well, you can reach me on Instagram at Michael, Michael underscore Lewis, Lewis official. That is my official page. And I also have a website. My own website is actormichaellewis.com. You can reach me there as well. So yeah, any form of email, malewis201124@gmail.com. Those are three ways. Again, my main contact though is the Instagram. Definitely, that's my platform. It's at Michael underscore Lewis official. Yeah. And one other thing that I did want to say.
Oh, so you give him a platform. I told you. Give him a platform. He's an actor.
One thing I did want to say is kind of coincidental. You guys don't do the pointing thing. You know, Jamaicans, we do the pointing thing too.
Well, we just did the Bob Marley 57-year anniversary. Me and Dr.
Yeah,
Rock.
I was there for that.
Oh, you was there for that, wasn't you? Wasn't that awesome? How you like me and Dr. Rock hosting that event?
Oh, loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Wow.
Loved it. But,
Well, we
guys-
know what that means. That
Yeah.
well, we are Jamaican,
Yeah, see? Look, and I'm Jamaican.
and we Jamaican.
You're a good guy. I'm supposed to be around here.
Hey, that's right. We are Jamaican. So we telling all our Jamaican listeners to tune in to watch us because we are Jamaican, American. We everything.
Yes.
Now go ahead on share. Go ahead and share.
One thing that I want to point out about that, I don't do it because I'm also Jamaican, but growing up, some people, and they still sometimes do it now, they say, you're not going to be a movie star. You're not going to be an actor.
Come on.
I actually pointed at them and said, watch me do it.
Say it again.
Watch me do it.
All right. Wow. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I know that I'm allowed Dr. Rock to close this section. We hope that you can come back and keep your ears open for us
Absolutely.
to host some events. Because I'm putting our bid, and you say be bold. You ask not, you receive not. So where I got the point, that's my patent move that I'm telling the world to watch Dr. Rock and Showtime. And we're going to show the world that we're a new radio show that's coming up. Even though a lot of people maybe not understand what Showtime the Hype Man doing along with my co-host, Dr. Rock, we're doing something what God has become creative. We know that there's a lot of internet radio shows around the world. We want to be the #1 radio show at 10 a.m. Saturday morning around the world. I truly believe that only way that we can be successful if y'all tune in to Philly Hot Radio, WW Hot. Philly.
PhillyHotRadio.com.
That's correct. .com. So it's important. The only way that we be successful if y'all tune in to watch us. So Dr. Rock, do you have any closing?
Well, that I want to say, keep on acting. Definitely want to see you in the big screen one day.
Wow.
God bless. He was on our show, so I'm just proud of you. You keep it up, and you're young, and that's a blessing.
Thank
Just
you.
keep
Thank
on
you.
doing you.
SAG Awards, Emmy Awards, here I come. It's showtime.
Wow. So we want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much.
All right.
So
Thank you for
Dr.
having me.
Yeah, thank you. So you can stay if you want to and get a fruit of apple. That's the fruit of the blessing that our guest brought in. So thank you. So we're going to start bringing the next guest in. So Dr. Rock, outstanding. So what do you feel about the young man talking about his acting and all that?
Wow. Now I'm just proud of him because I really believe that he's going to go farther. And he reminded me of he said he seen not Denzel Washington. What's the other? Not Fishburne. What's the one that played him? Not Marsh Chestnut. He reminds me of Marsh Chestnut.
So what do you got from my first host of him kicking and starting the situation in acting? So what do you think? Because I heard you've had a lot of offers. What slowed you down and you didn't want to go into the movies and acting?
I'm not slow. I didn't slow down.
Okay,
Look,
okay.
I got a lot of.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mo.
Look, I just can't mention it on here. I've been in a lot of acting, doing a lot of acting, but what I did was more modeling than acting.
Okay.
But I have been in a lot of. I could count like 20-something films.
Wow. Y'all hear that, Dr. Rock? I'm a little guy like me, Showtime the Hype Man. So what we want to do, Dr. Rock, I want you to introduce our next act.
Sure will.
We're going to keep the show moving. We want to thank those tuned in. Those who like to call at 484-477-6348.
Yes.
48. You can call in. So we want to thank for those who are watching us broadcast live on YouTube channel around the world. Dr. Rock's going to introduce our next
The
guest.
next guest is Tony.
Come on up, Tony.
Tony, he's the CEO. His last name is Benson. He's the CEO of Protecting Our Parks.
The city, he's in the middle, brother. You got the show to fit both of them.
Right here.
He said, yeah, sit right there, Tom.
Showtime. Dr. Rock, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
So, can you, Dr. Rock, you said he's what again?
He is Tony Benson. He's the CEO of Protecting Our Parks.
Okay, so this is your part of the show, Tony. Talk about your agenda, what made you want to protect our parks. We can see that we are blessed to have you to be protecting the park, and how do you got to where you at, and also talk about your journey in high school and where you at in your present and past tense. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, outside of definitely whistling while you work,
All right.
but also it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Come on, show off. This show
And
off.
For me, I'm the oldest of four, and my father's a pastor. So that means I got a chance to see it all. I knew all of it.
Come on, brother.
So for me, growing up, I come from a musical family. So that's how I got a chance to meet Dr. Rock. I started off doing music. Got a lot of stuff placed on MTV and stuff. I got a chance to open up with Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, tour over in Toronto, a few other things. So music was going pretty well for me. Did a song with Meek and a few other people. But the one thing that I started realizing as I worked was there were a lot of people behind the camera that were making more money than me. I was paying them to look good while they were going home and taking care of their business. And I started realizing that I have a knack for business. I started going to school, had a 3.85 GPA in business. Then I realized a lot of the people that, are very successful, the Russell Simmons and all that, I had a real respect for them. So I started focusing on that. As time went on, though, I started realizing that it was more of a self-serve business. And I wanted to ask myself, and I asked others, what kind of ancestor are you going to be? Once I started thinking like that, it changed my whole entire perspective. How can I give more? How can I help people more? What position could I be in to lift people up instead of, pushing them down? So I started volunteering with individuals with autism, started working with individuals in the community, with community engagement, and then I started with the parks. A lot of our parks, I'm sure you guys know, West Philly, Southwest Philly, North Philly, they look horrible. And as big as I am, I can walk out broad daylight, and I wouldn't want to walk by myself because they're in such bad condition. So what I did was I started a 501c3 with my wife. I went over to the mayor, Mayor Kinney, started working with all the city council people from Jamie Gaudier, James Blackwell, you name it, I met with them to basically address the fact that they are not safe zones for our kids in our community. The parks are the heart of our community. So once I did that, they had me speak at the commission's meeting. The movement started moving forward, and now I had my first location to rebuild and revitalize over CCB Moore, and we're doing a campaign for dog parks. So I'm helping with that as well over Northeast. And we did a petition. I got over 1,000 signatures in less than 2 weeks. And we're partnering with Pet Bayou on, basically getting out here and fixing the parks and making more spaces for dogs.
Wow. Wait, Dr. Rock, here's
So
something.
y'all, when you say the parks, what area usually, what park?
Well, I'm starting in the urban areas. So
Okay.
Mill Creek.
Creek.
As you guys may know, I'm not sure. Are you familiar with Philadelphia Rebuild?
No.
Okay. Philadelphia Rebuild is basically a budget that was just awarded to the city. Is over $50 million in money to go toward park and playground revitalization. The thing is, though, a lot of it is not happening, as you can see. It came from the soda tax. Okay, our dollars. So the one thing that really, really got me extremely motivated, well, one of the other things that got me motivated is when I sat down and I spoke to the chief of staff and Miss Otlevel, the people that run Parks and Rec, and I sat across the table from them, and I said, when it comes to community, engagement, why is it that all these other companies can come into our community, Chinese stores, you name
Come
it,
on, share.
but you go over to Abington and somebody says they want to open up a Chinese store, they will literally meet in a room like this and say absolutely not. It won't be able to happen. So why are we not able to have a voice in our community? Why, one, they say we don't show up.
Come on.
So then I felt like it's my duty as a young man and as a father and as a husband to put our generation and our community in position to have a voice. That's what protecting our parks is pretty much about.
I'd like to say something, Dr. Rock. If you, ladies and gentlemen, what are you are hearing? You're hearing someone that is determined to be a voice in our community. No disrespect to the political people. No disrespect to the mayor, the city council, the governor, the lieutenant governor, the Congress, the senator, the state senator. What we are talking about, that the 1%. I was sharing with my audience, and God has truly blessed this Philly Hot Radio Whistle While You Work. Amazing, amazing job that you allow. Go ahead, Dr. Rock.
Caller, what's your question?
Yes, hello, hi, good morning. My name is Letitia Burks, and I would like to ask about any events that's coming up and what is the topic y'all will be speaking about today.
Go ahead, Dr. Rock. You can share that.
Well, you say that again.
Topic. You want to know the topic we're talking about and what's the next event that's going on.
Oh, okay. The topic that you're just listening to. Were you listening to Tony Benson? He does a lot of community work, fixing up different parks and protecting the parks. So, do you have any question about that?
Yes, I do have questions. I'm very involved with the community, so I would like, to know if y'all are on Facebook. Do you have a Facebook account where I can become friends on Facebook or like the Facebook page so I can keep in touch with the events?
Yes. Well, Tony Benson, he would definitely give you the information on how to contact him, because he does things in the community, so you can do that. He'll give you everything at the end of when he's finished.
So what part of city? What part of city you from, if you don't mind I ask, or you live out of state?
I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I live in the Cheltenham area of Pennsylvania.
Cheltenham area. Let me ask you a question. What have you have seen in the parks in your community as development? Because he talked about the soda tax. Have you seen any new development in the playground, your area, or some of the parks that see that, hey, I see where the money coming and where the money is going to. Have you seen any changings in your area of up there in my area?
Yes, I'm seeing a lot of construction work, which I am so thankful for on the street. Because it's dangerous walking in the street. Sometimes you can fall if it's a crack. So I'm seeing a lot of changes in the community with the parks. A lot of construction work. They replacing a playground because I noticed some kids been having slips and falls because of cracks and stuff that been on the slides and swings and stuff like that. So I do see a lot of improvement in my community and with other things too.
Yeah, so, you're not far from me, actually. The park near us,
Yeah.
they fixed it up recently. I think it's called Sturgis. I'm not sure. The park around my area near East Oak Lane. They fixed that up well.
Let me ask you a question, and you can ask our guest a question too, because he has more information because he is sleeping, eating, this in his spirit. This brother is amazing that we have on this show because a lot of our young Afro American women and men, we don't talk about the parks. We don't talk about the cement in the grounds in the schools. I want him to say something to you if you'd like to join him because he cannot do it by himself. I have a thing and a phase that I tell people that without a team, nobody can do it. So, what can you do to help this young lady that called up? And how can we do some big events,
Absolutely.
entertainment wise? Because you hit some heavy names, and maybe you don't know who I am, but I am Showtime, one of the hottest names around the world right now. And I did it all for nothing. So, we're going to definitely. So, what can she do and all of us to help your mission so you can tell her what she can do to help and to join in?
Sure. Well, first, thank you so much for calling and asking. Facebook, Protecting Our Parks. So it's Protecting, O-U-R, Parks, with an S at the end. Instagram, same thing. Gmail, just at gmail.com. And the website, www.protectingourparks.com. The basic thing that we have to do is we all have to come together and work together.
Yeah.
We have to support black business.
Come on.
That's number one.
Yes.
One thing that I'm realizing and I'm seeing as I'm getting in the room and I'm talking is a thing called Phila 2035. Have you guys ever heard of that?
No, you teaching us, teach us.
Okay.
You're the teacher today.
No.
All right. Before I even
teacher.
get to that, I'm going to say when it comes to our businesses in our community, what we fail to understand is by us not supporting our business, we're helping finance another community that's nowhere near our community.
Right.
So what they do is they come in with their stores, they make their money, then they leave, go to their community, and they put back into their community.
Yes.
How many of their kids did we put through college?
Man.
But how many of our kids are going to college? Why are we raising our kids on the poppy store food when we can go ahead and grow our food
That's
and
right.
learn how to make our own food and teach each other how to be engineers?
Yes, right.
So we
Amen,
build
amen.
our own community so that way they won't come in and gentrify our community.
So,
Right.
so basically,
Right.
we have to be mindful of our time, caller. So I wanna
Okay, I'm
make
sorry.
No, I didn't say
Sorry,
you. I'm
man.
talking to caller. So what we want to do? How can she reach you real quick?
Say protectingourparks.com. You can send me a message on either Instagram, Facebook. I check often. We can definitely talk. We are definitely working on some things in your community as well.
Right.
So let's talk. Find out who your council person is too if you don't know already.
So his name is Tony Benson. If you want to
Benson,
look
yeah.
him up on Facebook.
And protecting our parks
Tony
is the
Benson.
best place to
Okay.
Protecting our parks at gmail.com.
So
Okay.
thank you for calling. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna allow you to say something. I'm gonna say something. Then we're gonna allow him to close it real quick because we have other guests. Mindful of our time is important. Even though we're gonna need you to come back on the show again, I think that you have something, but you need more explosive because NBC, CBS, and a lot of them, because we're Afro Americans, and I love all people. I want to make that clear, ladies and gentlemen. But because we start speaking out, everybody looking at us like we wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we bold, everybody look at us like we wrong again. Then we have our own people and our own dry people that's in leadership are very dry and not spiritually. They get jealous if you're not on the platform. Then they look at you like you trying to take some. All you trying to do is educate our people. It's a shame on us for not learning how to organize. Showtime the Hype Man talks about that all the time, that we never learned as a child how to organize. So we're going to allow you to say something real quick, then we're going to close. So this is your opportunity, and then I'm going to allow Dr. Rock to ask you a question, and you close it with him. Dr. Rock, go ahead.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Dr. Rock.
No, I thought you wanted he to say one more thing. And
Well,
then
I'll say this, just to make a long story short, because there'll be a long conversation.
I know it.
2035. By 2035, Philadelphia will look completely different. They've already started the plan and the agenda. We have to get active. We have to come together. We have to. We have to collaborate. We have to hold these small businesses in our community accountable. Stop spending money with these businesses that don't support your community, because if you do, you're helping them get leverage into another community.
Right.
So that's
No, but my thing is, that's my whole topic right there. Supporting, support the blacks. Support. You know what? My thing is not about. It's not about color or race or anything like that. Because, like I said, I'm all mixed up. But my thing is, you know, what I'm just saying to you is more so, you know, glad that you're doing what you do and that you're talking about, you know, everybody needs to get together and support black businesses, because a lot of people don't.
They don't.
And it's like they're hating on each other. And I think
Cracking the bear, and it's sad. And
yes.
you both hit it on the head. When you said what you said, I sat in offices with people in prominent positions. For me, it's not political. Y'all can have that. I see what they got to go through and what they got to sell to get where they are, to keep what they have, just being black. We don't want that. We can't look at each other as threats. We have to come together to do something for our actual community. Don't be a pawn and a puppet. You don't know how many people they send to places, groundbreakings that I show up to, just to watch to see what I'm doing. They purposely redline me in certain positions, in certain situations, because they feel I'm getting a little bit too close. It's not going to stop me.
Well-
God wouldn't need to be against
That's
me.
right.
Wow,
But
go.
we also need our people as well.
Well, basically, you, thank you. Well, what you're doing, my name is Showtime the Hype Man, and I'm a risk taker, and I'm bold. By you hooking up with me, the whole city just shook up. You just met the earthquake today, along with Dr. Rock and Philly. I think that, so you met a guy that been in this city. I'm a bad, shut your mouth. So we're going to get together. We got to be a risk and not be afraid. Like the young man said, that I'm not scared about my job. They gave me a little job to shut me up and thought that I would just go away. But Philly Hot Radio has gave me a platform to take off.
Yes.
I know a lot of people are watching me, and what I'm going to do, we're going to take the haters, and we're going to build a city for all y'all to go live there. We're going to take all the non-genuine people, we're going to give y'all city to go there. What we're going to do with the brothers and sisters are not genuine brothers and sisters that is so jealous of a man like me, a woman like Dr. Rock, a man like Showtime the Hype Man has learned. And the reason why we are 1% in the Philly in downtown and city, because we never learned how to organize. So, my name is Showtime the Hype Man, along with Dr. Rock on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. I gave you something to whistle. So, brother, this should say you can say goodbye and tell all the people that you're coming real quick.
All right, my name is Tony Benson, and you can reach out to me at protectingourparks@gmail.com. Protecting Our Parks on Instagram is all the same thing. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Also, my wife and I dedicate at least 3-4 businesses a month that are black or minority owned to support. So we support them.
Well, won't you bring them here? Every black business you meet, bring them here.
Oh, yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to organize here while we got this platform. What do you think? I got to ask Dr. Rock, what do you think?
I think that would be wonderful.
So
to bring them here.
you out there already. Now you just gain more because I'm a boy. You don't know what you just met. So we're going to work up. We're going to team up. We're going to organize. So we want to thank you for tuning in, watching. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to tune in. So we're going to get moved because we have another guest, 2 more guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you Philly Hot Radio is one of the newest, brightest show on the land. It's like Steve Harvey said: if you don't think you number one, then you won't be number
That's
one.
right.
We are the number one show in the land right now at 10 a.m.
Saturday morning
on where?
on Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work.
So I'm going to introduce our next guest, Dr. Rock,
Yes.
if you don't mind.
Next guest will be Wanda Johnson. It's Moxie Posh, is it Moxie Posh Balloon? Posh Balloons. And she's a CPR and CPR business.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce a young lady that's been inspiration. She loved God. I want to make sure that we put that out there. She has done the homework. She has done the work because she's a more quiet person. Really, it took a lot of guts for her to even come here because she's not a type of
Yeah.
woman that will come and like being in public or even being out there. She do her stuff behind the scene. But I know that God is telling her that it's her time to show the world her gift, her talent. Ladies and gentlemen, we want everybody that tuned in, Miss Wanda Johnson. This is your time of the show to talk about where you started from and how you got into CPR, how you got into the balloon business, and how do you got to in the CPR, what made you want to go into CPR and training more people in that type of business.
Hi, everybody. I want to first give honor to God. I am just so pleased that He has been pleased enough with me to want to save me.
Praise God.
And I'd like to also thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
For everybody that's listening out there, watching, this is awesome. This is Black Radio. And I'm really hoping that you support the radio station because they truly do deserve it.
Wow.
And I am a little bit of the quiet one. So it does take a lot for me. Although I have spent most of my adult years teaching, my degree is in allied health, and that is what brought me to find a passion for CPR. I am a CPR, licensed CPR instructor, and my classes are held at 5301 Overbrook Avenue at the John C. Anderson Center. We were doing a lot of work there on Saturday mornings, which would be this time. But however, they had some changes, so I'm there most of the time on Thursdays. And you are welcome to come out. I will certify you, but I also, once a month, I do have a free class where it's not a certification class, but I feel as though that everybody should learn the skill of CPR. All lives matter. And so even agencies, I've gone out to agencies, I've trained many nurses and everybody in the healthcare field. I have black nurses, and they come out and they support me. That's an organization that they have, and so I'm always doing a lot of work with them. And I will even come to wherever you may have a need for CPR. So that's that. I really was here to talk about my balloon business, but
Why don't you talk about that too?
CPR is my baby, so he always comes first. Many years ago, I had gone to school to do floral work, and I did so, and I've done many, many events. In the middle of my doing so, my family started to take sick, so I was no longer able to keep a lot of the commitments, and so I had to step back. I have been the president of the floral committee at my church, Mount Pisgah. Hi, Mount Pisgah. But at any rate, and so family comes first, so I had to step back. And this, though, with the balloons, it gives me a chance to continue to give back. I love all things beautiful. I love beautiful people. I love beautiful personalities. I love beautiful things. And I think beauty is that will also consist of fruit baskets and chocolate baskets. I love chocolate. It's just something I just throw in there.
Well, they promoting chocolate on this show today,
Yeah,
huh? Uh-huh.
And so at any rate, I have beautiful packages for the ladies. The balloons will be centered around birthstones. So I have beautiful emeralds and sapphire colors and rubies, and I have pearls and diamonds. I have the most beautiful balloons in the world. And so they will also have silk ribbon matching the color of the balloon. And so for the men, it will be more centered around your favorite colors or whatever.
I'd like to ask you a question, because I don't want to change the subject. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who like to call in, Wanda Johnson has amazing road, and she's carrying a powerful mission. And those who heard her, she talked about her worship in place. She gave it praise. She talked about her journey with her family. What are you seeing, young ladies and young men and people? You're seeing someone that, in spite of what they go through in life, they keep pushing the old wagon to get to where we need to get at. A lot of the Afro-American community, the reason why we have grand opening, grand closing, because we never learned the art to support. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching some outstanding guests here on Philly Hott Radio. It's an amazing, when I heard the balloon sold me that I wanted to buy a balloon. And I'm asking those who are watching me right now and our callers, because we don't even want to call and even support, but we do a lot of looking. So we're going to allow Wanda Johnson to take off from this show here. When she leave here, I'm asking everybody that's watching us around the world to support all of her business. Yeah. So we're going to allow her to go back into the balloons, and then she's going to go into how important is CPR is in the black Afro-American community, even though this is a show for all people. We want to make that clear, because it seems like the 1% is not going to help us. And sometimes we might have to go to the other culture to get some leeway to information. So we're going to allow Miss Wanda Johnson to take off like a rocket ship and allow she finish her interview. She's going to get into the CPR, also her balloons and how the prices of each balloon, how it goes in setting up. This is your part again.
You make baskets, all right? Is it baskets?
Yes.
Did she make baskets with the balloons?
Well, no, there's two separate things. I will offer fruit baskets along with chocolate baskets. But if you would like to have the combination, I would be able to deliver them as well. So so we do have that.
That's wonderful. For Mother's Day or, different things would be wonderful.
Yeah, so I will have balloons for all of the holidays on the calendar, Secretary Day and things of that nature, and then
Teacher's
also
Day.
yes, Teacher's Day, and for if you just want to say I love you, of course there's the Valentine's Day, but if you want to make up, if you want to put it out there that you're interested in somebody, so we'll go to their door and it'll be like, here's your crush balloon.
Well, I already
You
know.
have a crush out there?
The person's here. They're here. They're going to get one. They're going to get one.
Okay,
It's my husband.
Oh. Look at Earl get there.
But I do want to say,
Go
though,
ahead.
that the proceeds that I will make from Moxie Posh balloons will not just line my pocket and my family's pocket. I would like to be able to be a contributor to Bieber Junior High School. And Bieber Junior High School, I was telling my dear friend Teresa Roberts, and God bless you, Teresa, I'm glad
Bieber too.
We all went to Beaver.
You go to Bieber too?
Yeah.
So we have an audience here that went to Bieber.
You
Yeah.
know what? When you said Beaver High School, it
That-
turned to high school because it was a middle school.
Well, middle school, yes.
Oh, okay.
Junior high.
Junior
I
high,
should
right,
say.
okay.
Well, I think that's good that you wanted to give back where you feel that in the schools and in that nature. And those who are watching that maybe went to Bieber and those who maybe be successful in all communities, it's important that what you're hearing a young lady named Wanda Johnson always willing to give. And she brought us a beautiful apples of life basket. That's what I'm going to call this. So this is the basket. Can I see the basket? I'm going to show our audience. Can you hand me that, Dr. Rock? I want to show the. It's important. It's
I
cute.
bought apples for
Ladies
my
and
friends
gentlemen,
because
this
I
we
was
did.
taught
What
that
we
you
are
never
doing,
go anywhere
we're going to
empty-handed.
take. This is the fruit of the blessings for those children around the world that are starving. And what we're going to do, I'm going to bite this apple to put in everyone's soul that we're going to start a whole new beginning of helping our community as a whole. This is a token that Wanda Johnson did, and I'm going to take a bite of this fruit here. Natural, around the world on YouTube. You saw Showtime the Hype Man to feed the world off of this apple. Well,
An apple a day. What they say? Apple a
Keeps
day.
the doctor
Keeps
away.
the doctor away.
so we are eating, as I'm eating this, yeah, she can. So I want you to talk about the CPR because we're getting a little bit of time, but talk about CPR, how important is CPR, that everyone should be a law that everybody should have a CPR card along with driving license before they get their driving. I want to set a tone for that because we have a lot of people with high blood pressure diseases. We can be at stadiums. We can be at certain places where CPR must be accountable.
There's a
So,
lot of work jobs that you need CPR with. A lot of jobs.
so Juan John, tell people about your CPR real quick and where they can go and how they can get you for those who have their own business and they maybe want you to come to give out your certification for CPRs.
Well, I have, like I said, I'm working out of 5301 Overbrook Avenue, and that's at the John C. Anderson Center. I am there on Thursday evenings. Hopefully, it will go back to Saturday mornings again. It's nice to sleep in on Saturday mornings, but I'm just used to being up and moving about. It's no time to rest. I'll rest when I'm passed away, I guess. But and so I do have cards. I've advertised in the West Side Weekly, and Brother Johnson has been very good to me there. The Tribune, Metro Magazine. So you can also check my Facebook page, and I, have information on there as well. I do want to say though that CPR is very important to me, and I think it should be something that is made, and I talk about it all the time, that something should be a must-have certification for all of us, because we're living in times where we know that the world is very violent and it's turned on itself, and you have brothers and sisters that could have maybe survived
Right.
if somebody would have just taken the time to do CPR on them, or it's just something that we should know how to do in our homes. Children should know how to do it. I even offer free classes. It's not a certification, but it does give you a chance to save a life if need be. I think it is as important as giving birth, because it's saving someone's life. It's integral.
How can someone like to call you to make arrangement for your balloon business, your CPR class, and do so? She has so many gifts, don't she? I like wow. What? Hey, I'm like,
Very important.
yeah. So
But yes, my number is 267-979-7228, and so you are welcome to call me on that number. You can also email me, which I would prefer, which is WandaJohnson408 at gmail.com. And so you can contact me just the responses that I get even from my students from yesterday, I think I did do a pretty good job with loving them and teaching them. But that's when I learned to fall in love with the art of CPR. And I was telling one of my dear, dear friends that had just recently passed away, Nina Crawford, Belinda Crawford, and miss you and love you, girl. But at any rate, I was telling her that I had this passion for CPR and how it was dear to my heart. And she had donated many, many mannequins to me, brand new mannequins. These, well, I started off with the older mannequins, but she said, well, they have upgraded mannequins now. They're very expensive, so, you know. So I do, when we'll always think of her when I'm, talking about my CPR. I could never leave her out because she was one of my bigger supporters with the CPR, but she is.
Wow. Before we go about to wind down, but I want to thank you, Wanda Johnson, for a woman like you that's grew up with her since I've been 5 years old.
Yes, we used to eat
Now and laters together. She was the only one that has sunflower seeds and a little pocketbook with now and laters.
How come I don't know you, Wanda? I'm just wondering
You're from Woodcrest.
I'm from Winsfield, but I'm from Upland Way, 5900.
Well, I guess I was more 54th Street.
But we had a lot in common. You said you was teaching, and
yes.
I did 30 years in school district.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
well, that's how God worked,
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
Rocks,
Well,
man.
now is
But
the
we never
time.
forget. It's never over with teaching.
Yes,
Never.
yes, it's
You're gonna always be teaching.
Yes.
So what look we did? We just made a new friend. That was something that I sent Dr. Rock about, the 10 rules of success. Ladies and gentlemen, you got a chance to meet a woman of God, a God-fearing woman that been through ups and downs, but she never gave up on her dreams. She is sharing to the world live on YouTube about CPR, how important it is. Also, her business, and she want to give a donation. When you buy balloons, she's not just taking the money. She want to give back to the community, and one of her pets is to help Bieber Junior High School. That's something that is on her heart. So those who on Winfield, those who are looking that maybe know Wanda Johnson, like to call in. This is your time to call in at 487-484-477-6348. So before we close, because we have another outstanding guest from another neighborhood that I was born from, Winfield. Also, we forgot to give my brother, Jesse Keller, a happy birthday, Jesse. Happy birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, today is my oldest brother's birthday. I didn't want to forget his birthday. We want to thank you, Brother Jesse, for your birthday. This is your time to celebrate. God has gave you 59 years on this earth. We want to thank you. So as Wanda closed, this is her time. She has something last thing to say. Wanda, what do you want to tell the audience and those who are watching us around the world and those who are on YouTube that can go live to see you talk about that inspiration? What you can tell a young woman right now or a young man, give them something that they can hold on to after they watch this show here.
One of the things that I would say is most important for proper development is to, one, be obedient to your mother and your father.
Right.
And the other is to hold on to God's unchanging hand. So if you stay very close to God and you listen to your parents, life will be a lot easier for you, and the Lord will make sure that you are successful. He has plans for us, a plan to prosper us and not to harm us. And God says, if you delight yourself in me, I will give you the desires of your heart. And he is just awesome. And so I think that those are things that are much needed for our community. It's much needed for everybody, but our communities are in such turmoil. And I
Well, we want to thank you, Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. We want to thank you. So, anything you have to say,
Yes.
Dr. Rock,
No,
before?
I'm glad you brought that point up about, God first. Without God, first of all, we wouldn't be right here.
Well, true
That's
that.
number one. And if you don't put God first, things are not going to work out
They
for you.
will not.
And that's why I always tell people, I know who I serve. And my parents came up, I came up with a good,
Yes. Yes,
background.
me
Yes.
too, yes.
I really appreciate you coming in, and I
Yes,
really,
I'm
I'm going to give you,
excited.
come over there and check you out.
Oh,
Buy
absolutely.
your basket.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
yes.
But you don't have, we'll be delivering them. We want our queens to be able to sit back.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're
I
not
think-
gonna do it too
Okay,
good.
wow,
Yes,
wonderful,
You hear that?
bring them to
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
So we want to thank Wanda Johnson for coming. Let's give her a clap. Every those who here today, outstanding job. Okay, we're gonna move along. Wow, what do you think, Wanda? What do you think, Dr.
I
Rock?
think it's wonderful. And, she has two important things. She has the, baskets that she's selling, which is wonderful because that's good for her, because I love the baskets.
Come on, Lou.
Different things in the basket. So I'm already, telling my husband he can get me one.
Wow, that's
So
good.
he's already set up to get me one already.
Okay, so there you go. So want to thank Wanda Johnson. So what we're doing now, we have another friend of mine. I want to also give a shout out for the 58th Street Union today. Those who are not doing nothing, 58th Street is having a reunion today. We're going to bring another guest of mine, a good friend of mine. We're going to bring another good friend of mine. He been here before. I think that he did an outstanding job. So this time, Louis has came here again, and I'm so grateful that he came and to give our audience again. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my friend, my neighbor. We're not going to talk about the fist fight that me and him had as little kids. We're going to come with a whole new approach. So, Dr. Rock, you can introduce Louis.
This is Lewis.
Louis Sadler.
Okay.
Louis Sanders, there you go. There you go.
Yes, Lewis Taylor.
So, this is your part of the show.
Good morning. Good morning to Showtime and Dr. Rock.
No, put you on the spot.
I have a few things I want to discuss. But first of all, the last time I was here, I gave you an idea of what I do. But I wanted to give you a gift, both of you.
Okay.
Okay? This
Wow.
is for you.
Wow.
Look at that.
This is for you.
Look. Ooh, what, look at, look.
The pink.
I had,
Ooh,
I have.
wait a minute. Ooh, you're,
It was
that
an
is
additional
nice.
part for it. I had a symbol for the back, but apparently I couldn't get that hooked up today. So I gave y'all those.
Wow.
And that's for Winfield. It's always going to be something new.
We
You're
always
quite
gonna be
welcome.
Winfield.
Wow.
Thank
there
you.
you
That's
go.
right. So,
you.
I wanted to discuss. I spoke to Showtime about 3 weeks ago, discussing child custody, something that I take very seriously, something that I have intimate experience with, and something that I don't mind getting naked with, as far as expressing my experiences with it. So, any questions you want to ask me as we discuss it, and if anyone calls in, I would really appreciate it because I'm an open book about it. The thing that I wanted to stress is that a lot of times you have couples, and a lot of them young, they don't have a lot of money. So when they're going through these unpleasant circumstances with the child custody and support and all that stuff, they don't have the resources to pay a lawyer for everything. So there are times when they may fall back from investing in a lawyer because they're afraid of how much money it'll cost them. And my personal experiences, I was forced to dig into creative ways to continue the battle to win the war. So what I'm speaking about is, say if you have appeals, you have someone that needs to file. A lot of times there are people who they think that you can only do that with a lawyer. The truth about it is you can do all that yourself. And you have to understand this, when you have children, they're yours 24 hours a day. So because you get a lawyer, even if he could be family, it doesn't matter. He may be pretty good. After about 5 o'clock, he's off the clock. And it doesn't necessarily mean that his life is better than yours. He might have some crazy things going on in his life, but when you see him in the office, you have no idea unless you happen to catch something of his personal life. So after that, as long as he gets your money, you know, he'll represent you. And you have to have it paid in full before he represents you. So all the filing and stuff, you can do it yourself. The information that you need, if you carry yourself in a mature and adult manner, when you go to these different buildings and request things for the law libraries, in Philadelphia, there's one on 8th and Chestnut, and there's also one in City Hall. And people are perfectly willing to help you, but you can't go in there smelling like blunts. Can't go in there being arrogant and angry, because it changes the whole scope of what you're there for. And sometimes what they see on the outside is how people receive you. It may be a prejudice, but it's the truth. So whenever you're trying to get something in that manner, especially of a legal manner, this is for young people because older people pretty much know it, you have to dress the part to respect the building that you're in and the people that you're dealing with. And from my experiences, I was able to get everything I wanted to get, even out of state, because my fight took me to North Carolina and Georgia. And, you know, I didn't have any problems personally with my custody. And, you know, we guys get a bad rap. We're automatically guilty until proven innocent. And there's bills to be passed in Pennsylvania. That's a real fight to try to get this situation on a level ground. However, today, it's not like that. It still isn't. So my message is to guys and women who are dealing with this, that you have to keep your head in a level place. You cannot allow the emotion of this other person who, quite frankly, becomes your enemy, because they don't have your best interest in heart. Sometimes they don't have your children's best interest in heart either. And that's for women and men. So, you know, any callers, please call in.
Yeah. Well, I have a question. Well, what I wanted to say, first of all, you know, for child support, I believe, okay, yes, you know, woman or men should take care of their responsibility. But if a woman or man show love and always want to be around their child and they don't have the money, I don't think that person should use them, like say, oh, you can't see my kid, because I notice people have done it to people, to guys,
True.
because they don't have a job, and oh, my daughter will not be able to see him, and I don't think that's right.
No.
Because first of all, to me, the child will get mad at the other parent.
Eventually, sometimes.
Eventually,
Yeah.
because they're keeping them from their significant, you know, from their mother, or it goes both ways. It
Yeah.
don't just have to be men.
The paternal parent.
Yes. So that's I thought maybe they should, you know, it's not just about money. It should be about love.
True.
Show love.
True.
And a lot of people, oh no, you gonna give me money? That's you know, we got this kid here. I want money. No. It shouldn't just be about money.
That's
It
a
should be
using
about
thing.
love.
That's using.
Yeah.
And they, not to cut you off,
Right.
but to elaborate on what you were saying, when the parents do that, they also have something that I learned called parental alienization, and which is also can be connected to the Stockholm syndrome. You have the people, you have the children who are discommunicated with the other paternal parent, sometimes moved out of state, even according to court documents, court orders, even when they're amended, because people do crazy things, then you have to go back and get it amended. So a lot of times in between the amending, you might have an agenda, but you have to wait for the court date. That other parent can do all kind of things and move out of state before you get amended. Once you get it amended, then they're restricted by the guidelines of the court. Usually it's supposed to be, the ultimatum is that you're going to lose your custody and or spend time in jail and or have to pay a fine.
Well, I have a question. I want to thank you first for coming on and talking about. A lot of people may understand that these topics that my brother is sharing with us and our audience today about courts, and he talked about that you can do it yourself. This is an area that mostly of our community are not used to attacking and let it go, and know who suffer: the kids.
Definitely.
The kids suffer when a mother or father that go on their life and take their kids into their life. As an adult, we are accountable to make sure we put our children in the best environment. Whatever you do, you can do that somewhere else, but don't bring your kids into your dark life. What he's saying is because for him to come back in his experience from the day he started the process of getting his children custody of his kids, and he went down, being from Philadelphia, going down to Georgia, that's correct?
Correct.
Going all the way to Georgia, to another state where they got laws and different laws. He rode and got in the car or his truck, rode all the way down Georgia, never knew what he expected, but what happened, he trusts his decision from that day to get his children back in his life. Is that correct?
That's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking something that is so powerful in this great nation because our kids are suffering by parents that don't care, but they care about their mood swings and their emotion. And they bring these dark seekers out of nowhere around their children. Can you tell our audience and men and women that's in the process of nowhere to go, but they came saying that I'm gonna wait on God and I'm just gonna leave in His hand? Can you tell them, brother, the real story for about 3 minutes?
The deal is that he helps those that help themselves. Just like the old proverb was, a guy was in Louisiana during Katrina, and they sat on the roof, and the guy came back and said, "Look, I'm gonna get you. Come on." He said, "I'm waiting on God." Somebody else came by, and the water was getting a little higher. "No, I'm waiting on God."
Go ahead.
No, they drowned because God was sending them the favor right there, and they were so oblivious to what the word really says that they were waiting on God, and God was there, and you decided that you weren't going to accept His hand. And everyone knows He's a forgiving, He loves, even if you don't believe in Him, He's a protector and guider. And if He sends you a sign, you have to be cognizant and have common sense to recognize, because to hurt yourself and to be hurt and allow that to happen is actually a sin. And you're supposed to allow to get angry, but it's how you handle that, and that's the difference. You have people who have problems, have children. All I can say is, for the younger people and people older, just be careful who you lay with, because even though a person may put on a good act for about 5-6 years, a couple of years, sometimes later on, something changes in them, and they might have a chemical imbalance. It's really good to understand the personality of the people that you share time with, because I myself, I had to deal with my spouse that we're divorced. It's decreed.
He brought that out first. Oh, that's document looking. So he was smart enough.
She was bipolar, and
Oh.
she didn't take medicine, and it took her to some other place that I didn't even know her.
Come on.
And she never got the help that she needed, and she's so far gone. And it's a problem with a lot of people in our community, because we all need someone to talk to. And one thing the Europeans do, such as I have an advisor, Mr. Kevin Graves. He spoke a lot to me when I was going through it, because I didn't have my family around. A lot of them passed. But common sense kept me from going down a road that wouldn't allow me to be here with y'all today.
Wow. Thank
The
you.
love of yourself will keep you from doing a lot of things. The whole show how bad you are and how angry you are, you got to understand the circumstances, because true, you can be angry, but it's what you do with it.
Let me ask you another question, Dr. Rock. I know you have something to say on that topic too. what stuck with me, you talked about the mental and the bipolar. Bipolar. Want to make sure I get that word. Bipolar. It's important that those who may be watching me, sometimes that Showtime the Hype Man might pronounce, because I'm hypertensional myself. But I am getting better. I want to thank you, Rock, for correcting me too. That's a teacher coming out. So, being involved in relationship, and I tell people all the time, sometimes it's important to go to the cookout. If the family crazy, 9 out of 10, that person is crazy. So, not to say in a joking matter, but it's important to pay attention to people. And what he's saying to y'all, for 5 or 7 years, she hid the mentally part of the bipolar. When it came out, when he left, he wasn't around there. He started seeing signs in the phone, and he said, "This is something ain't right." What the brother is saying to each and every one of y'all, pay attention of a man and a woman, because you can marry someone, but they can hold a dark secret. You got little girls and boys that been molested at the age of 6 or 7 or 8 and never told nobody. Go on for years, getting involved in relationship, but the treatment of the mental treatment never been solved. So do you have something to talk about that real quick, Dr. Rock? Are we getting close? Because we have another show behind that.
No, no, what I was saying was, about, even with the bipolar, I believe, with you talking about, did you know before then, or you didn't know, you found out later?
No, we were actually together for about 10 good years.
Okay.
Never broke up,
Mm-hmm.
never no fist fights, no alcoholism, no drug abuse, no homelessness, things that
Okay.
can really trigger those things like faster.
Right.
We grew, we had children. She didn't have a dad in her life. My
There you
maternal
go.
father wasn't in mine. And we agreed that we had kids, we were going to be together, we have kids. We were going to give them everything.
Yes.
And we did that for about 10 years. But I noticed right near the end, before she bounced, that, and I mean
So she
bounced by
bounced.
leaving.
Okay, he said bounce. I like
You know,
that.
she had moments of episodes, so to say, and she went to University of Penn to seek treatment. They prescribed something for her, and something I learned later because I had no idea about that.
Yes.
I know about crazy people, but you just thought they was just on some other level crazy, because we all went to school, we went to public school, and she didn't want to take the medicine because she said it made her feel funny. And it's funny because I was watching episode of Shameless, show that comes on Showtime, and one of the characters, mother and the son, he has bipolarism. So he had said that the medicine made him feel funny, and it just took me right back to that. And by her not taking it, you have no idea unless you dealt with someone who's bipolar. It's like almost like a schizophrenic, depressed, happy, but a lot of uncertain emotions. You know what I mean? It's scary. But you really need to focus on your children and do what you need to do for them. I did not know all my rights as a parent because once she started getting beside herself, I did not know that I had the right to have her committed. I did not know that. Even though I was her husband, I couldn't get into her HIPAA records because of the private confidentiality. Then the courts, once we went to the courts for it, the judges couldn't get it because of confidentiality. So the sickness that she had, she still had it and was able to allow it to manipulate her. And as a result, it's a crazy circumstance. All my children are alive and healthy,
Thank God.
but their lives have taken turns that they didn't even expect.
Well, we get down to that moment. You just pour something out, and I
Yeah.
want you to give it real quick about a minute.
Okay.
And Dr. Rock want to say something. I'm gonna close it.
All this energy right here that I have, you both know because I always post something on Facebook on something positive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only because, not for the likes, it's for the fact that I like myself. And to keep me focused, I stay renewed in the Word every morning to set the tone for the day because you never know what's coming. The best way to fortify you is stay in the Word, in my opinion. And then anything that happens, So I did a calendar. I myself, I had an assistant.
Can you raise that up so the audience
I
can
most
see it?
certainly can.
There you go. There you go.
This is the calendar.
There you go.
That's actually me on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be an example, almost drowned right after that was taken. So it's ironic.
Oh, you hear that?
The light was there.
Okay.
And I kind of like it. It's like an Indiana Jones type thing, but the wave almost took me out. You know, I had no idea in that picture that things were going to change. So I have a lot of quotes in here. Every page has a quote, but also I trademarked it. It says Kimco on the bottom. This right here, this is adjustment, because this right here is actually in our neighborhood.
Okay. That's good.
I'm not going to say where.
Well, it's all right. Let them figure that out.
Yeah, it's around the way. But this was supposed to be another month, so we have to redo this in another month.
Wow.
What it says, I have a lot of quotes on it. Peace and enlightenment.
How can someone, if they want to buy, so what you're saying that, what made you come up with this calendar? And I think it's a great idea, what you're doing real quick, because we get down the hour, we have another guest.
Okay, the idea was that a lot of times pictures can stimulate you and allow you, for whatever you was thinking about, just like food, it can take you away from that for a second. So that quick second, because we live in a microwave society, and things happen like this. People on the phone, they doing 2, 3 things. But we in the microwave society. So if that takes you away from, wait a minute, what's up? And you look at that, and then you're like, okay, let me read this. And there may be something in there that's positive that will keep you from whatever negative energy that was trying to possess you. It'll allow you to be able to fight that, put it away, get out of that, change your frame of mind, your focus, everything is, because it might bring something back to you. So every page of this calendar has positive quotes, every single one.
Well, can you give us one before we close for you? Give us one quote for the audience.
Time will reveal everything, good and bad. Guard your faith, your family, your health, your words, and your freedom. Kimco-clothing.com.
So, okay, good. Yeah, so we want to thank you because we have someone come behind the studio. That's part of our time for this show here. But we want to thank you, and I really appreciate the calendar, the information that Louis gave us, Mr. Sandra gave us an outstanding, a little bit of history by Poli, gave a little history about guarding your family, gave us a history of the Winfield hats. It's a nice gift. We got apples, we got hats today. I can see that this show is starting to steam. What are you hearing out there in the public about Philly Hot Radio, Showtime the Hype Man show, that you're seeing? For you to come back, you see something positive?
Well, people like to attach themselves to something positive, something informative, something that they can relate to, people they can relate to, and they can tell when people are running from a script and when people are talking from their heart.
Praise God.
You know, so it's really interesting that this platform was made because people like myself and all the other guests, it was incredible listening to them. It was incredible when I was here the last time. And that type of energy, you know, y'all got to be careful now because someone might want to jump in there and try to beat you out. But if you keep moving, they can't catch what you can't catch. You know, you're moving. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So here's a quote I want to say before I leave, and then I'll give my closing remark. It was something that I thought about, that the world pulls you and the word holds you. Okay? And also, I want to say thank you, and thank you. I enjoy this communication. I enjoy being able to get it out because it's a big weight off my chest. You know what I mean? Then we get to know each other even better. I just want to say stay free, drink water. And you can catch me at Louis Sadler, number 4, at yahoo.com. I do have a website now, and my website is Louis Sadler 4.wixsite.com/website.
Okay, so I want to. This is our time to. We want to thank Mr. Louis Sand for coming in, and we want to thank. So, Dr. Rock,
I just
you
wanted
have a
to say
closing
thank
for the
you.
audience.
And what you brought up, that topic, very, very, about support, and what you brought up was wonderful. And I tip my hat off to you because I know you're doing a great job. And thank you for all the people out there that's going, have to go to court.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for,
Yeah.
telling them
Yeah.
what to do. And also with bipolar, if anybody, have bipolar and they need to go seek help, if you things that don't look normal, just go out there and seek help. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, for me, I want to thank all our panel, everybody that works here on the team. I want to thank them for taking their Saturday out. Earl and Diane for taking their time out to work behind the scene. It's important that we recognize them because we know that they can be doing other things. So we are grateful, me and Dr. Rock. Also, we want to take some pictures with Louis before he leave. So we want to thank each and every one of y'all, and we're going to work even extra harder to bring the best guests here to educate us, to bring more love, more passion. Philly Hot Radio is a new show that's going to take off like an explosive. And it's important that only way that we are successful, that y'all tune in on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. every Saturday morning. I truly believe that Dr. Rock and Showtime the Hype Man is committed every Saturday. Sometimes things maybe not go well, even with my spirit, and it's important for me when I come into any place that it's important for me to be aware that if I'm going to the next level. So even for me, that shows that I'm not perfect, but the show turned out to be great. What do you think, Dr. Rock?
I thought it was great. I really do. And I'm glad the ones who tuned in, everyone who tuned in, thank you very much for tuning in. And the topics that we talked about were very interesting. So I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Okay, so we want to thank y'all for tuning in to Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you roll. My name is Showtime the Hype Man along with Dr. Rock. We will see y'all next Saturday morning. Y'all better tune in because this is about to be in a hot topic next week. I approve this message. Peace.